I'm sure they're ready for it. I actually just started giggling because I saw someone in chat. I think it was Yoshi put ready like 300 times in the chat. So I think they're ready to go. And we are getting into this agent select. And look how fast this is going, Laz.
Yeah, it's pretty much just instant picks right away. And I mean, we're probably going to see the exact same Asian composition that we saw from insert name here. I mean, we saw Worldwide was on the Omen before, Telio. Yeah, the exact same composition. Reform playing the Phoenix. So nothing really different on that side. And I don't believe we had any Astras that were locked in as well. So that's going to be changing it a little bit as well in terms of like, control of the map and just having more of that utility to be disposed of. But we'll have to see what these teams have, but pretty standard across the board again. And like you said, it is the best of one. So this is the last game before we reach ourselves to the grand final. So one of these teams will be getting that step closer to the podium or the grand final podium at least. And I mean, that is going to be the biggest test, and especially with insert team name here. Man, it's a mouthful. But they're going to be on attacking side, I believe, to start things off. So that's really going to be the change that we saw from before, where they played on that defensive side.
Yes. So we're here jumping into the next matchup. I'm really excited to jump in here because we've been talking about it a lot. I've said it 500 times, and it looks like someone in the chat said, check your PayPal. So I don't know what's going on with that. So I'm watching you guys. I'm just kidding. But here we are. We're getting started. Oh, it looks like there is an Astra on the field here, reformed up in that Astra smoke, kind of hanging out there, being a little slow, not going to push out or peek out, especially with these two duelists waiting and watching with their claws ready to grab anyone who pops out of there. Look at that. Aqua, though, takes down Okeanos nice and quickly. Redux is going to fall back in that situation, and that is possibly the A site for them, but Holy takes down Tillo. This is huge for them. So this is a 1-for-1 on both sides, 4v4 in this situation. They're going to have to retake this nice and quickly, or take this site nice and quickly, but Shane here ready with some shots ready as well. Shane, 12 HP left over. It is a 2v2 situation. Yoshi taking a little bit of ground, watching this heaven area, sends in the cloudburst, is going to be able to block off some of that area. Reformed is not going to be safe from that recon dart, but look at this crosshair and look at this shot from Corsonics. Is going to be traded out, but Yoshi with a nice headshot out onto Shane is going to finish it off with a 3K and a beautiful round for them.
A great performance that we see from insert name here. I mean, this is what I was talking about. We saw them before in Ascent previously and earlier in the stream where they were very dominant on their defensive side. So now they're going to switch things over on the attacking. Yeah, it looked a little bit more dicey. It really came right down to that wire. But that's where the composure and just that well-disciplined amount of teamwork from this group really shows off. And that's exactly what we saw. And they do pull up with the big clutch from Yoshi with the triple, and they put themselves in a good start already.
Yes, they are. And look at this A main push again. We've got the Owl drone taking a little bit of shoulder peeks itself as it takes some shots from this jet. The cloudburst comes out, and the repositioning from insert name here. They are going to be I can't get over this crosshair, Laz. It is
gigantic.
It's
huge.
Something.
This thing's like an equator. Like, look at this thing. It's a meteor. This thing is huge. Like, what is this thing?
I don't know, but they are shoulder peeking this area, trying to get a little bit of information, and the full push out onto the B side happens. They're going to send in the dart cover to cover CT side and allow them to cross safely, sending in the swarm grenade to push Holy off of that, but tons of damage goes out onto Holy. 29 HP left over, 3 stars left over as well. They could actually do something big there. Corsonics probably gotten a little gun duel there with one of the members, but Yoshi's going to take down Holy. This is a good start for them as they're holding this side. Tillo comes around the corner, takes down Shane. Corsonics is here with low health, and they're just trying to figure out how to stay alive in this situation. Redux keeps himself alive with the classic 3 members left alive up against the 4 members of insert name here. They're going to have to retake this pretty quickly, but they're going to be pushing into a lot of members of insert name here. Okeanos gets 2 for themselves. Yoshi gets a headshot, but my goodness, this is a big battle between these teams here, and Okeanos and Yoshi, that was their name put together, in a duel. Cool. Yeah, I'm lost. That was insane, Laz. The amount of shots and agility in that situation was pretty intense.
Yeah, it really was. And I mean, the thing is that, it came right down to that wire. But I mean, insert name here. I mean, they, again, they're not just going to go for the force. So instead, they're just going to work around everything. So we talk about bonus, for them now, this is, a little bit more of a chance where they can try things a little bit more unorthodox if they want. But Starlight right now, they have a lot of money spent and a lot of investment for this round. You can already see the one-way smoke is going to be planted here, or placed, sorry, from Starlight. So that's from the Astra. So that really does kind of put a hinder in the aggression of a plan here from insert name.
Yes, nice and slow. Is this a peak? Okeanos holding it nice and closely, but this is going to be pretty intense. You do have the two duelists here. The curveball comes out, but Yoshi's going to be able to take down Redux, and Okeanos is going to take down Yoshi. That's a nice rebuttal there, but Holy spraying through the Cloudburst is going to be able to take down Reformed as they push through the doorway. But here it is, 2 members left alive of insert name here up against the 4 members of Starlight. This is tough stuff because Holy's going to take down another member. It's just Aqua, it's just the Sova, and it's just nobody. Okeanos finishes it off with the 3K and puts themselves on the board, 1 up against 2 for insert name.
But a good reply back here from Starlight. This is kind of what they needed. I mean, that's what I talked about. If they lose that round with the bonus, it just makes it so much easier for the attackers to have more of that big advantage. But they do reply back. They get it. So now this is going to be, first round, we'll call it, round number 1, we want to call it, if we're talking about like boxing or something like that. This is where everybody's going to be throwing all the punches here.
Yes, they are, and here it is. Another big round here. Lots of utility being used here at the start. I mean, tons. You've got the Recon Bolt, you've got the Swarm Grenade, and that Nebula from Astra. So they're kind of keeping the insert name here off of this push, and they're keeping them in this B main area, probably to allow themselves to maybe get themselves to a better positioning. But Chrysonics with the shoulder peaks actually might almost took some damage there. Is going to stay alive in this situation for now, but Yoshi getting a little aggressive, going to peek these angles and forcing actually insert name to kind of push around towards the A side is Starlight. But this time it seems like they're going back towards the B, maybe going to take some mid aggression here. But look at this aggression from Corsonics, and it's immediately dealt with by Worldwide with a nice headshot. The Paranoid comes out, just barely misses Shane. Shane's going to have to do a lot of damage here. He gets one, might get another one in this situation, but no, Yoshi takes down Shane. This is huge stuff, has 2 HP right now, and here they come. Okeanos is going to try and get something big done here, but Redux and Holy working together in tandem to be able to do some big stuff. Reformed, my goodness, the kills are going back and forth, but it is going to be insert name here that wins out on that insane duel. I can't believe what I just watched, but there it is. Insert name here brings himself up to 3 points up against Starlight's 1 point. Man, the 2 ultimates as well for Starlight. Man, this is tough stuff for them, but they could actually do something big in this situation here with these 2 ultimates. Yes, they do, and this is going to be a full retake here. Redux and Corsonics working in tandem to be able to get a couple of kills. Yoshi being able to get a rebuttal out onto, oh my goodness, Aqua, though, with a Hunter's Fury kill onto Holy, evening the playing field. This is a 2v2 situation now, all off the back of Aqua. Okeanos taking down Yoshi, the rival Jet in the situation. Okeanos going off right now for a 3K to hold the site and to defuse the spike. This is huge stuff for Starlight, bringing another point on the board, 2 against 3. Yes, we could. I wonder how Holy is going to play around with this cosmic divide. It is kind of a tough situation because Reformed, Tillo, and Worldwide close to their ultimates. My goodness, everyone's kind of close on that side, but Corsonics is going to take down Aqua and Reformed. This is kind of to be expected here in this situation. Corsonics rolling over the opposition right now, and there it is, a flawless round. Kind of a round that we basically expected here in this situation. Corsonics and Shane still hanging out with those Spectres. But I don't know if they'll buy up in this situation. I think they're just holding on to it for as long as possible and just keeping the domination flowing.
Up I go. Right there. That'll work. Concealment. You should run.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Oh!
Down. I'm coming back. Careful now. Going up.
This is huge stuff. Worldwide, getting a headshot out onto Holy. This is huge for them. That's going to even the playing field 3-3. There's not a lot of health on the side of insert name here, but the spike is going down right now. Worldwide has hold of heaven in this situation. Shane is going to be coming out from the backside, kind of slowly up towards that. Or excuse me. Shane is going to, but the defender Killjoy is going to put down that lockdown. Going to try and push people out of that site area. Shane, with the patience of a saint, going to not peek that area or that angle to allow Worldwide to be able to get a headshot onto him. Not this time, but look at this. Worldwide doesn't even matter. Still gets the headshot onto him. Corsonics, though, my goodness, with the double and Redux with that triple, able to bring it back up against insert name here and bringing them up above them now. 4-3 in the favor of Starlight. This is their first lead of the game so far.
Heading to the above. I'm going above. Going astral, guys. Get out of my way.
Yes, they are. I mean, you were asking for some good attacker side damage, and it looks like they're bringing it to him right now. This is a classic in the hands of Yoshi. They did have the blades, but they missed with a couple of them. Going to try and get some damage out with the classic. They didn't. They chose. They opted to not buy into this round at all. Corsonics with a shot out onto Tillo. That's a huge start for them. That's going to be able to bring Starlight up against them, but Worldwide, oh, this is tough. Holy going to be able to take him out. This is pretty tough so far for insert name here. It really seems like Starlight are starting to get their number down, and they're feeling pretty confident.
Let's see now. Should I play some stars in this reality? Out. Checking the situation. That'll work. Blasting them. Blocking vision.
This is huge stuff. Okeanos watching, waiting, knows Worldwide, or at least someone from the side of team insert name here is over there towards tiles. Worldwide is going to send in the dark cover, closing off that angle from Yoshi. Yoshi does send in a shot, sends in another one, gonna miss, but absolutely gonna put some fear into the hearts of insert name here. That's for sure. Holy setting up a little bit more of these stars towards mid, towards Pizza. Not going to be able to do too much here. This repositioning from insert name here is going on over to the B side. Here comes the response from Starlight. They're going to have to rotate pretty far for there, but it doesn't even matter because they have the Hunter's Fury. It's going to send in a lot of damage. Sonics in this gaming duel between, my goodness, Yoshi's going to be able to finish him off though, and Reformed with another one. Yoshi, my goodness, these headshots are too strong, and they're all in the favor of insert name here. Look at this flawless round up against a really expensive round for Starlight. They took the operator out of the hands of Okeanos. That's big stuff for them. Juicy indeed. A little bit of util being used, dark cover. Up here in this catwalk area, Holy might actually get met by Reformed. Look at that! Sending in some shots through the dark cover. It's going to actually hit Holy a little bit. Look at this aiming duel. This is going to be huge. Who's going to win out on this one? A double dink from Holy. It's going to be able to win out up against Reformed. Worldwide, watching this tiles area. Turns around. Yoshi is going to be taken out by Okeanos. This is huge stuff. Worldwide, I don't know what angle they're watching, but they're watching something. They're going to make sure that their teammates get away safely, and they're going to cross safely as well. The dark cover comes out, smoking off Okeanos, who's going to actually get off of that angle and move on over to the A side. Tillo barely misses that. Oh my goodness. Aqua. It's the pacing of this round has been so back and forth. It gets crazy. It goes backwards. Mr. Worldwide gets the headshot out onto Shane. Is in this gross area, this ugly angle. Gets out alive. Sonics, though, is going to be able to take down Tillo. This is a 3v2 situation. They're going to have to retake the B site, but they are moving in a good fashion. They've got the Killjoy moving in towards the garage area, as well as Okeanos switching on over to the rifle. This is huge stuff. Taking a little bit of damage with that shock dart, Laz, and this is huge stuff because now they're going to move out onto the site. Aqua and Worldwide, it's all up to them, and the Cosmic Divide comes out to take off that site, that angle, but my goodness, Aqua is going to be able to take down Okeanos. This is huge stuff. Of course, Sonics is able to finish it off, and 2 members left alive from Starlight, bringing them up 6-4.
6-4, and now things are cooking again, getting more and more interesting, and Starlight really showing a strong, you know, they're definitely hitting some good shots, the body shots, the headshots, whatever they need. And now insert name, they're down by 2, still an opportunity for them to tie things back up in this first half. And right now in their situation, they don't have enough money. They're just shy enough from getting the operator. So instead, they're just going to have to go for the full composition of rifles. But at this moment, they have the ultimate available from the Omen. Could use that to, you know, investigate, get some intel. But they do have 2 of the members, both the Sova and as well as their Killjoy, 1 orb away. So if they can retrieve those, they can allow for a good execute to be placed. And they might be expecting that. They might be able to have some strategy to get orb control. And already, it looks like they put a lot of their resources getting that for the Killjoy. Already locked in. Lockdown can now be used anywhere they want here, Choice.
Yes, they can. And look at this interesting just positioning for both of these teams. I mean, they're moving around a lot. It's like this amalgamous morphing just thing that they keep kind of moving back from A side back to B side, kind of getting a little flexible on some of their pushes. But this time Shane is going to go in pretty rigid with this owl drone to try and get as much information as possible. Expecting the push from Pizza, but not this time. It's going to be the Killjoy lockdown. It's going to be pushed out from Tillo, and this is going to be a huge moment for them, sending in the swarm grenade to keep themselves a little bit safe here. Okeanos watching the angle. So deadly with this, but not going to hit the shot this time. It's going to be revealed by that, but Shane, oh my goodness, with this Odin is getting so much stuff done, but Redux is going to be taken down by Okeanos with the BM shorty kill onto Aqua. My goodness, what a round for Starlight.
Yeah, so for anybody that doesn't notice, I mean, you could see Shane. He was playing in the back, a connector. He had the recon bolt ready to go. He knew the dark cover was going to plop right in front of him. So instead, he puts it in such a good position that they don't expect it. And he gets the timing that he can just spam right through the smoke. It's pretty much like an X-ray. And he finds himself 2 big frags, which just completely demolishes the aggression here from the attackers. They're not able to get in that site at all. And that is going to be that. We're on the last round of this first half now. You can see insert name. They're putting a lot more of their attention towards the mid and also A control. But Holy already making it a big Holy mess because it's going to be 2 away. And Worldwide does get the trade eventually. It will be awkward to try to get that Hunter's Fury connected. But now it's a 3-on-4 situation. They still have the lockdown available here from her Corsonics choice.
Yeah, that is huge for them to be able to stave off any sort of push out onto a site. But the Killjoy for the side of insert name here is in a really gross position, able to take down 1. That's going to be huge. That's going to initiate the kind of the move from them. But the teleport comes out from the Omen to get a little bit of information out. Okeana sends out a warning shot, and now they know the operator is on the field. They're going to be jiggle peeking that corner, and they know exactly where the operator is now. They're going to have to do something. Tillo, once again, being a menace in the backside. That's going to be absolutely what they need in this situation. Tillo taking the site for themselves. This is B, all 4. Insert name here. Corsonics with the most disgusting reticle I've ever seen, or crosshair I've ever seen, is going to be pushing in. It's going to be the Killjoy versus Killjoy in this situation. Who's going to win out? 30 HP up against a full HP Corsonics. That's it. That's Tillo with the 3K. That's B site. All for insert name here. It's just up to Okeanos and this Phantom. Are they going to be able to do it, Laz?
Really good play coming in from Worldwide, able to get in that full site control. So now Okeanos by himself, a 1-on-3 situation. Spike's going to be planted. No utility left here, so this is just going to be relying on strictly the firepower that we have seen. The top fragger of the squad needs to deliver at this moment to keep this lead going. They're already now creeping on through, checking every single angle, expect someone to be market, finds the 1, almost able to get the second, but it will be Tillo with a quad, and they do respond back to get that last round of this first half. We're switching things over here, Choice. 2-round lead here for Starlight, and they make it such a great performance in the first half.
Yes, they do, Laz. I'm loving this because, I mean, at first, look at this replay. It's, disgusting stuff. I mean, it seemed like it was all insert name at the beginning, right? And then all of a sudden, Starlight just came back with a beautiful lead. They had those 4 rounds in a row up against insert name here. And then they just turned it around. My goodness. I mean, I can't believe what I've been watching, just because this is 2 teams who are pretty much equal in a lot of their skill, in a lot of their aiming. I mean, they're hitting the lab in Kovacs for sure, feeling nice and crispy in their aim. And this time, it's kind of working in the favor so far of Starlight. But we're going to have to see what happens here on the attacker side for them, because once again, we've been talking about it. It seems to be CT-sided all night tonight. But here it is with the aggression from Starlight, and they're gonna push out onto the site here.
Putting a lot of pressure already. That's her name holding this down. They're able to. Tillo, he's spamming it, but he gets it at the last second. His teammate Worldwide able to help him back. A really nice crossfire that we saw from every single person in this site, and it was just a mousetrap. Starlight tries to come on through, but they get completely bombarded by it. And now we have the buy that comes through from insert name. They have the Marshall actually in the hands of Aqua, so that's a very interesting little tactic. We mean, typically you'd want to see that in the hands of Yoshi for the dash and everything like that, but we'll have to see if maybe something new here, Choice.
Yeah, I'm surprised we're not seeing the Ares in the hand of Aqua, but not this time. Gonna go for that Marshall, just like you were talking about. Definitely confident in their aim for sure. Sending in a lot of utility over there. Look at that dink from Worldwide. That's big stuff from them. Probably going to set up a Paranoia lane flash here, but nothing going to be doing this so far. Excuse me, Redux with that ultimate orb. It's going to have 2 points on their ultimate now. This might be an A execute, but they're kind of hanging back this time.
Yeah, you can even see the rotate coming in from both the Killjoy and the Jet here from the attacking side of Starlight. So now they're going to regroup. They might try to do a 4-1 split. So they're going to try to commit this. Astra going to be used as well. As you can see, Holy's getting ready to lock things down. Stars are going to be placed. Now using all the abilities. Already reform Yoshi. Yoshi with another. Oh boy, this is just a shooting gallery. And all just down to one. Sonics, the man with the biggest crosshair in Valorant, coming up against 5 members. Can he make something happen? No, it will be reformed, making a new form of Sonics, making it 7-7.
With the biggest crosshair in Valorant, that's for darn sure. I can't believe what I'm seeing on Sonics, but I can't believe what we saw from Yoshi. Those headshots with the Sheriff were so clutch to absolutely dominate them on that push onto the A site, but no, not when Yoshi's there and a Sheriff. That's scary stuff to go up against, Les.
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of criticizing a little bit, you know, about Yoshi not having the Marshal, but he's like, guys, there's a reason. There's a reason. I'm good at the Sheriff. I can do things. I've seen The Walking Dead. I know what I have to do here.
Yeah, exactly. Hit him right in the head. Here we go. Sonics with this crosshair again. Takes down one. Is he going to be able to get another one? No. Turns around. Aqua is going to be able to shoot him in the back. And that's going to be a tough stuff for them this far. But the Sheriff comes out. Reform comes out as well. Oh my gosh, these Phoenixes are doing damage to each other's teams right now. Here it is, Redux trying to get into a position to allow himself to get nice headshots out onto Tillo, but Tillo backs off a little bit this time. Is going to take some damage from the Molly. The hot hands is there, ready for the push through the smoke, but it doesn't even matter. Tillo is going to be able to get this rifle into their hands, and it's going to be a 1v2 retake. Tillo's going to have to play this perfectly, lads. They're slowly moving in, and it is going up against the Astra and a Phoenix. This could be in their favor, but it also could be devastating depending on what happens.
Both players in the back of Boathouse, so this is a tough position to be in. He only has a turret available. All his utility otherwise is going to be burned. Gonna burn it, but now gonna go on the other side of the tool shed. Finds the corner of the Phoenix, but Holy able to catch it at the right time. But that was the right idea. You could see he was trying to shift his movement to get that one-on-one engagement, which really makes it more difficult here for Starlight. But they are going to be able to make the ping pong work. And now they bring themselves back to a 1-round lead. The gun round from insert name is going to be in flourishing. So we saw that aggression from them before. They saw the Jet pushing in. They're just starting to really get back to themselves. And that's exactly what we need to see in this game. Getting that confidence, getting that control of the game. I mean, they did it so well before. There's no reason they can't do it again.
No reason at all. I'm noticing a trend with these crosshairs, Laz.
They're getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, Hope on the Astra has a huge...
Holy has like the biggest, I think the biggest crosshair now. Of course, Sonics is giving you criticism. Holy I can't even say the word. I'm caught off guard.
Thank you, observers, for putting them on the screen there for just a second so everyone can see the insane crosshairs we're dealing with here. But look at this, Sonics. He's going to be hanging out, watching the back of this Phoenix. Slowly moving in, ready for the utility to be used. This is going to be an interesting retake because look at all this utility. Look at all these players stacked up next to each other. They send in the run it back, but it's going to be taken out, extinguished after this. But Okeanos with the double kill through the walls, through the top there. Redux has been hit just a little bit. Going to send in the flame wall, but Holy is going to be taking out the last 2 members. And my goodness, insert name here is going to be wiped from the face of the map. This time, Starlight goes up 9-7.
A big play from Holy, comes right through the glass, able to get the last 2. You could see they were just trying to spam away on the top of the tower, trying to get that frag if they could so that they can have a bit more of an advantage getting down. Well, that was a good play. Really strong positioning from Holy. A little bit risky, but it pans out very well. And now they put themselves again further in the lead. Holy getting ready. You can see a little bit of lineups, but you can't do them too early, especially as Astra. It makes it a little bit more difficult because then there's kind of this preconceived idea that they know where you're going to be.
This time it seems like they don't know exactly where they are at all. The plays playing out nice and slowly. Getting a little aggressive is Worldwide with this Sheriff. Looking for the headshot, fishing a little bit. Might actually be met by Sonics. Tillo, though, with the headshot onto Holy, that's huge for them. I mean, they're on these Sheriffs, and that's big stuff. Reformed winning out again. My goodness, it's going to be taken down by Okeanos, though. That's huge stuff for them. That's going to make it a little bit more even on the side of insert name here. I mean, they're on this kind of force-ish buy. They've got Chico's basically playing it slow. And I mean, it seems like they're really giving them, Starlight's really giving them the respect they deserve. They're not pushing angles. They're not getting aggressive. And they know that they're deadly. Doesn't matter what gun's in their hands, they're deadly.
Completely agree. And I mean, this is now where all the pressure here for Yoshi has the blade storm out, creeping on through. Here's the spike, knife on knife fight, but that knife fight is going to go on the way here for the defense. Yoshi with 2, making it 3, almost so close. 1 knife remaining, needs to land it, gets the shot, but not the damage. But that's going to be a thrifty, and that's what Insert Name have done before. They're going to do it again. They're thrift shopping. They're getting closer to bringing us back to a tie game. And a good pickup, like you said, Tillo was just able to get that first exchange right away that completely isolated them. They lost all their utility. They have Astra. She's the one that is the reliance for the attacking side of Starlight. They need her to stay alive as long as possible so that they get their executes and get the right setups they need.
Whew. Crazy stuff from Tillo. From this Killjoy, getting those headshots nice and clutch. Nice and clean. Yoshi and Aqua both peeking these angles here. Sending in the recon bolt is Aqua. Possibly. This is another slow round. We've been seeing this quite a bit here, Laz. I mean, nice and slow. They've been taking it pretty slow on some of these pushes. Okeanos kind of getting a little aggressive, trying to shoot these little corners because Worldwide placed this dark cover pretty well to be able to keep them on their toes. Keep them guessing where he's at, and once again sends in his teleport, gets the headshot onto Okeanos, but my goodness, the flick from Redux onto Yoshi, that's huge stuff, able to take down Worldwide as well. That's going to be a double kill for Redux in a really tense situation. That's huge for them. Tillo sending some shots towards Shane, saw the cape on the other side of tiles, able to see that a little bit. Corsonic sends in the swarm grenade, that could be huge, maybe gets a little bit of damage out onto the Sova. Not going to do too much though. Shock Dart comes in as well. This is going to be a tough retake for insert name here. Shane planning the spike right now. Redux getting aggressive through market. Going to try and find anyone sneaking their way through market. Reformed is out here now, but it's taken down by Redux. This is huge. Corsonic's getting the headshot, and that's it. Holy, finishing it off onto Tillo. That's going to bring Starlight up 10-8. This is beautiful stuff.
Really well executed, really calculated as well. And that's kind of the thing for people that aren't aware of Astra's ability. So the Cosmic Divide, you can put the wall so anything like bullets and things like that don't go through. And also it blocks the sound. So it allows the attackers to get into the site and you as a defender have no idea whether they're committing to it or not. You have the assumption they are, but you have no certainty at all. And that allows them to get that post-plant situation, feel a little bit more comfortable about it. And that just exactly well executed again from Starlight and the Hunter's Fury on top. I mean, that's a chef's kiss if I've ever seen it. I can't even say it, Choice.
We've been so hyped throughout these last 3 matches, Laz. I mean, what else can we do? What else can we say? These teams have been putting their blood, sweat, and tears into these matches, and it definitely shows because they are pushing themselves to the max, especially these 2 teams. They want the grand finals. They want a taste of the money. They want a taste of the win, and they are going for it right now. Starlight looking nice and crispy right now, but Yoshi waiting in this ugly angle, waiting for someone to peek that as soon as possible. Aqua comes in, but there is the run it back extinguish. Yoshi takes out Holy. This is huge stuff, but they missed that shot, but there it is. Tillo though with the 3K.
My.
There's no way you can fight that. Tillo is absolutely popping off right now, sitting in the Owl Drone. They know where Okeanos is, and Tillo with the 4K to finish it off.
Wow, Tillo comes up big with a quad, just mows them down, packs a full punch. This is the replay. You can see it here. You can already have that's Yoshi, gets the first exchange, takes the run it back, gets another chance. But then while Yoshi's taking these shots, Tillo, look at this. He's just a lawnmower. He's just cutting the grass. He finds all 3 of the weeds, and then it just leaves it all down to 1. A really nice reply back, a much needed reply back as well. A furious hold from insert name.
Ooh, and that's a round they definitely needed, Laz, because, I mean, it seems like Starlight have been doing a fantastic job staying on top of their strategies, but Reform takes down Redux. This is huge. My goodness, spraying through the Nebula as well. They're able to get a couple of damage shots out as well on the members pushing out, but Worldwide with the operator themselves takes down Okeanos. That's huge. That's the duelist off the field. They're putting down the lockdown as well. Tillo is not going to allow these attackers to get out onto the A site. They still have the spike in their hand, but Corsonics is taken down by Reformed. This is huge. The Nebula goes up in this situation too. What is going on, lads? This is absolute domination back and forth.
Really is. And I mean, you could see even Starlight, they were trying to, change up their game plan a little bit, maybe go backwards into middle. But I mean, with Corsonics falling down, if Corsonics could have landed that frag, that really could have changed it a little bit there. But now it is just going to be Worldwide, puts him in the crosshair. It's all down to Shane on 1 versus 5. This is desperation. He's just trying to get the weapon down. Worldwide able to slip away, gets a second chance. Living with the very critical red, and Reformed going to be able to pick up a triple, and Reformed has been able to pull up as well. Every single person in the squad is doing work. You can see it here on the scoreboard. The highest is 18, but everybody else very close on by. And like, Kappa Frag said earlier in this tournament, that's when you're noticing your team is playing very well together. It's not just a backpack, someone's fully carrying everybody. This is a lot of teamwork, and this is for both teams. Everybody is just pulling the weight they needed. And that's exactly why we're seeing it just go back and forth. And we have ourselves a tie game here, Choice.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. I mean, it's unfortunate to see Shane with only 4 frags, but 11 assists. That's what you want from your Sova. That's exactly what we need from them. So it doesn't even matter that they only have 4 frags. They're giving frags to their friends. But look at this. Back and forth. It doesn't even matter. Holy. Just because they have a sheriff up against some rifles doesn't matter. Get the headshot. You get the kill. And there they are. This is the sight in their favor. But Worldwide spraying through the smoke with that operator. Gets a shot onto Okeanos. Aqua, my goodness, getting a kill onto Holy after they got another headshot. Aqua getting their second kill there. This is huge for them. It's just a 1v3 situation. Shane trying to get something done, but Reform drops down and takes him out of hell and puts him back into there, I guess you could say.
I was a little bit surprised from Shane actually going for the spam. I'm not sure if they might have heard him, but I thought maybe if he could have hid there and just really tried to get away from that drone or the owl drone, that really could have changed things around a little bit. But he tries to be a little cheeky, tries to get a spam. I think he knew that his time was limited.
Yeah.
He tried, the desperation and just trying to see maybe I can pull a cool little trick shot.
Right here.
But right now, like we said, this is where, insert name, they were able to do very well on their defensive side. And this is kind of showing again, they're starting to get the rhythm back, getting that groove, the mojo they need. This is going to be a full gun round here again from the attackers. So they're going to change up their plan. Instead of just committing a main, this time they're putting a lot more of their artillery inside of middle. So really trying to burn that utility early on as well. It's just put these defenders more of a guessing game.
Guessing game indeed. Here we go. That was very interesting from the middle there. You actually saw Aqua jump peeking that well area and was able to spot out Okeanos, send in a little bit of util as well, but here goes the lockdown. That's going to be it down from the attacker side. Tillo, though, taking down Corsonics, the rival Killjoy. That's huge stuff. Aqua, though, spraying through the smoke, is going to be able to take down Redux. That's huge. Again, this is a 2v4 situation. My goodness, this could actually be match point in the favor of insert name here.
Cosmic Divide can be used now in addition. So this is Holy putting a lot of utility burn. Still has 2 stars remaining. All these players close on by. Shane could try to pop one off, and he is able to get the head of one. Can he make it a second here, Holy? They have a little bit of an interesting crossfire, but Holy peeking a little bit too wide. Actually does get caught and exposed now. Both players a little bit stuck here in different positionings. But look at this, Jet just comes right, a death from above. But it will be the match point here, going in favor for insert name, putting themselves at 12-10.
Oh my goodness, and this is tough because the attackers have barely any credits to their name. Their wallets are looking pretty thin right now. My goodness, they might be able to buy up kind of forcefully here, but we are seeing some like a Spectre in the hands of Redux. Okeanos might opt to not buy because they do have the knives in hand, but that's going to be pretty tough for them because Okeanos has to be on point with these knives. We've seen it before though, Laz. We've seen some crazy knife plays from some of these players, but Okeanos has to be on point, has to be perfect, and can't be taken down early in this last round.
All pressure riding up here now. Blade Storm reused here from Okeanos. They have Hunter's Fury for Shane. Even Shane to use this just to try to get some side control, push this defensive back, is a good play. This is something they could potentially look for at the A site. Now Shane is going to use it, getting really close. You can see he's trying to find it. Worldwide in middle actually does land the frag of Corsonics. And already now a little bit of reply back. They're in this site. Holy moly! It's going to be a big bloodbath, and it's going to be Shane to finally get a reply back. A 2-2 we go here, Choice. Spike should be planted.
Yes, the spike is going down right now. This is a 2v2 situation, Laz. This is everything. They have to take this all the way to the edge. Starlight has to win in this, but no! That's it! Aqua and Worldwide working in tandem to be able to win it out and take themselves all the way to the grand finals. Insert name here takes semifinals.
And there you have it. Insert name. That was a tough one. I mean, we were talking about this was, you know, a little bit of a 50-50 for me. I wasn't sure how this game was going to go, but I mean, insert name, we've seen them on the stream. They had dominant performances. I mean, they pretty much ran over every single team, and there were some really good teams that they played against, and it made it look like they were just on another level. But Starlight definitely made things interesting. 13-10 is such a respectable score, and I mean, hats off to insert name. I mean, now they're pushing themselves to the grand finals.
Yeah, they got to be feeling pretty good right now. So we are going to take a quick little break after we look at the MVP, which is going to be Yoshi with that 21, 17, and 7. The amount of assists in this. I mean, Redux had 15 assists on that Phoenix. This is crazy stuff from both of these teams. I mean, the assists out there are great. I don't think I've seen so many assists in a game like ever, even in my own games. So good stuff from both of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that there's 15 assists from a duelist, I think that was on the Phoenix as well. I mean, that's something you just never see at all. So, but I mean, I'm curious to see. And now this is where things really get really interesting because it's not a best of one anymore. Grand finals, BO3. So this is where these guys have been playing all day. We have to see how much is left in the tank for going the distance potentially, because we are going to have to see now 3 maps versus just putting it all on the line for a BO1.
Yeah, and this is going to be very interesting because I know the other team has actually had kind of a break in between. They finished their matchup maybe 5 to 10 minutes ago. So they've had a break, kind of been able to cool down. I don't know if that's going to be able to work in their favor or not, but we'll have to see right after the break. So don't go anywhere because on the other side, it's going to be grand finals.